For the next 3 to 5 days, our boat will be at very high capacity because 3 of our friends are visiting all at the same time and they're all staying over. But we're going to go and walk to pick them up now from the train station, and then we're going to cruise towards Oxford with them. It's another classic case of Google Maps takes us down roads that have nowhere to walk. Made it. Only took us about 45 minutes with no path, and we've got to go all the way back with loads of bags.
Setting off.
So we're on our way to Bronston now. We've all decided to do like a 2-hour evening cruise. It's really nice weather and it's dead quiet, so we figured that we'll try and get through the tunnel while we can.
There's chips at Bronston.
And there's chips at Bronston. Blubber's driving now. Me and Amy aren't going to do anything this weekend. We're coming up to the dreaded Bronston tunnel now, which is one that's got like a bit of a wobbly bit in the middle. So apparently that just makes it a bit scary. I think we'll be alright though, because we're going at a really quiet time, so it should be fine. We'll see. It's weird going into this one because you can't just see the end of it straight ahead. You can tell that there was some wibbliness going on. It's like off centre at an angle and I can only see half of it. Quite wobbly. Who built this damn thing?
What a great shot.
Oh yes. Starting on our locks already. We've got 42 in total to get to Oxford. We're doing 7 this evening. Luckily we've got our full crew. We had a short burst of single lock. We're back into double lock territory again. We also got a little bit of extra help on that lock from Michelle and Ralph, who we met from Narrowboat Petra. They were so lovely and helped us just get through that first lock. And Ralph has been magnet fishing and pulled out 3 windlasses, so has given us 2, which is brilliant. So we've got our slightly larger crew for this journey, so we can just polish them up a bit. And then we've got even more people, even more hands on deck.
So these water levels are really low in between the pounds of this flight, so we're going to be trying to be careful and manage the water level and kind of follow the same bit of water down. Hope it's alright for the rest of the cruise.
Normally water would spill over that down there, and it's not even coming up to this first bit. Getting a bit late now. It's taken a while to go through these locks because we're trying to really be cautious of the water. There's nowhere to moor in between them either, and it's now just gone 9 o'clock. We're going like super slow, so I don't think we're disturbing anyone, but we just kind of want to get settled pretty soon. It's also really cold now. I think the chip shop's probably closed. Never been so relieved to see a bywash in action. Not very much daylight left, and if we keep going we'll end up on the Oxford Canal, and there's also some facilities coming up that we want to use in the morning. So Amy's just going ahead to try and scope out whether there's a mooring before the marina. Does it look hopeful?
Too far for me to walk.
happens then. Found the spot. It's a very small one.
In 90 yards, turn right on High Street.
Trying to find chips, but it's 10 o'clock at night, so hopes are low. Oh, that does not. No.
No.
Oh, I can still smell it.
You ain't got any chips left, have you, Brian?
Washed everything.
No chips. The guys literally just washed everything. So close. About 10 minutes out, I reckon. Luckily, we've got a backup. Cheers, everyone.
Cheers.
Which makes it more intriguing.
No, I'm just asking before they go cold, you know.
So we are just setting off now. We're finally on the Oxford Canal, which is so exciting. Just done all of the facilities outside Bronston Arena, and now we're off. Just coming up to Norton Junction. It's weird, this one. It's got like an island in the middle. We finally got a Nicholson's guide as well, so he can tell you all the facts. We're just at Norton Junction. There's a marina there and the sign says Oxford. So we've got about 16 locks to do, but I think they're all single, which is beautiful. And actually, although the water level is low, it's not that bad. The level's fine. We're not got stuck yet. Does not care. A rare sight, Wes actually doing a lock. We're at the summit now, at the top of all the locks, and the water level is quite a lot lower, and you can really feel the steering is super stiff. Wes is just updating the thumbnail for the video that goes out in an hour. Be the blacking one. If you haven't already watched it, we'll link it up there. We're coming up to a famous narrowboat. I believe the story is they used to be moored here, but then CRT was making them pay a license fee to have their boat moored on this little stretch of water. So they just filled it in and made a hole in the field. So now it's on their land, not the CRT's, so they don't have to pay the license. This is, we think, the new HS2. They're going to build the rail track there. Boo! Boo!
I misread the map and told everyone that there was a swing bridge coming up, but it was off down an old unused arm. So now they're all having to walk through the wilderness until the next lock because I can't pick them back up. Amy's mad at me now. She's been walking for about 15 minutes. They're still walking. Amy's really mad at me. Hey, there it is. Right around the corner, just like I said. You enjoy your little walk, Amy?
Wes is doing the next locks from now on. There's about 30 left, so that'll make up for it.
It's definitely really shallow here.
We're having to stay in the middle because the sides are just so shallow. I think the CRT have had to close about 9 canals and put restrictions on loads because of the water levels.
We're going so slow.
We need some rain.
Picnic blanket and a cushion is on its own. Watch this ground us now because the water level's low.
Rescue mission. Are we stuck? You're gonna make the pillow so dirty. I mean, at least it's still floating.
We're coming!
Oh, it's so silty. Now it's just spinning. It's like mocking us.
Oh, there's someone coming as well.
Oh no.
Found our spot for the evening. It's got a really nice view, but the water levels are still quite low. There's a lot of silt. It's only for one night, should be alright. Just hope we're not grounded in the morning. Everything looks good. I think the problems that we had touch all of the wood are fine now. Stern gland isn't oozing grease everywhere, no horrible scary noises. I think it's alright.
One of the major downsides is you're always on a public footpath. People don't pick up their poo, and the chances of standing in poo whenever you leave your house is very high, unfortunately.
Barbecue potential.
We're geocaching and Blubber's determined to win. He found it! In the geocache, there's a travel cache. It says, I am a travel cache. Help me travel from cache to cache. And it's come from the Netherlands and it's trying to get to Scotland. So we're going to take it a little bit and put it in the next one we find in Oxford.
I know we're travelling south to Oxford, which is away from Scotland, but we figured there's going to be more people likely to find it there who are travelling further.
We're washing the cushions that landed in the canal.
Good as new. Why is it so beige? We've all had a bit of a rest now, and now it's time to have our barbecue, and the sun's out, it's a beautiful sunset. We've got tons of food. I'm really excited. Whoa! Smoke goes directly to us.
Bag of times.
My eyes are burning.
You're having a nice time, Wes.
Yes. Is the sunset nice? I can't see anything.
Cheers!
Yay! Saturday morning, it's bright and early, but we've had a good long rest as well because we were knackered yesterday. But we've got an equally long cruise today. We're going through Croppedy, Banbury and probably some other places on our route to Oxford. The sun's out, it's really nice weather today, and apparently they've topped up some of the water levels that we were a little bit worried about going through Croppedy, so hopefully it will be fairly smooth today. just about in Fenny Compton now. We've stopped at the wharf inn. They've got a water point, and 5 people use a lot more water than 2 people. But luckily there's loads of water points on the way. But this pub's really good. It's got a little shop inside with like toiletries, hygiene products and all the rest of it. It's pretty good. We're going down a little landmark now called Fenny Compton Tunnel, which, if anyone watches Taylor's, you'll know is an old tunnel that no longer exists, but it's a really long, straight stretch of canal that's quite narrow. So it's where a tunnel used to be. And if you want to see more information about it, I would highly recommend checking out their video on it, which is here. Really interested seeing such a straight, like, narrow bit that doesn't really have any like obvious function. To be honest, if we hadn't watched that Taylor's video, I don't think we would have clocked onto what it is, but it is really cool that this was just a really long tunnel, like as far as you can see.
So if you see here, it says Fenny Compton Tunnel on the map listed, but it doesn't exist anymore. To Oxford is so beautiful though. It's very rural, there's loads of hills. It's just really, really lovely.
Another lock flight. It is so much easier with a crew of 5 because you've always got 2 people working the current lock and 2 people going down to the next lock, and it's just so smooth, such a slick operation. It's brilliant. I'm sure Amy's grateful as well. Seems like a strange coincidence that the route that we need to take to Oxford that has 42 locks happens to be the same time that we invite 3 of our friends to stay over. Enjoy your walk, losers! It's not a marathon this time, I didn't get it wrong. It's getting really hot now. Poor Plumber's feeling it. He's just crashed out on the lock gate.
That guy said it's not happening until next week.
It's really busy. There's someone singing and there's loads of bunting and people crowded around this lock.
There was a guy earlier and I was like, the festival's on later, and he was like, no, it's not till next week.
Right. I don't know what to do.
Oh.
That is a lot of people.
I don't know
Hello. Sorry.
Every single piece, every single thing, it's massive, maybe wait for a boat. Okay, and it will be from the other villages and towns around Banbury. It's how beautiful place.
Thank you, Nigel. And Richard would like to say a couple of words too.
I'd like to welcome all our Ukrainian friends.
Oh, thank you. Bye-bye.
Thanks very much. Have fun.
That was interesting.
Simon and Glenn.
Back in the really shallow waters now. I'm hoping it's deep enough for us to get through. Hopefully last lock of the day.
Hopefully we can find a spot in Banbury, or at least quite close to the centre, because we want to explore. Looks like this used to be a whole thing and it's completely dried up.
Found a mooring just outside the centre of Banbury. It's really nice and calm and relaxing, and a boat that we've been hopping with for most of today says they've stayed here before and it's really nice. There's a bread factory there. It smells really strongly of bread, so that should be quite nice for the morning. We're in Banbury. It's like a really bustling little town with the canal that goes right through the middle of it. We've popped back to the boat and we've had some fajitas for dinner, and now we're going back just around the corner because there's a bowling alley. We're never near bowling alleys, so we're gonna go and do some bowling.
Comment down below, who do you think's gonna win?
Bear in mind, only me and Blob are the ones without barriers.
You gotta have barriers, come on.
You don't.
It's not about the skill, it's about the fun that you have playing.
And you have less fun with barriers.
3, 2, 1. Wow, Grace is really good at this. Well done, Grace.
Oh, no crumbs so far.
This is the least bad.
Oh dear.
What do you mean the least?
We hope you enjoyed watching all 5 of us cram into our tiny little floating home, and tune in next week to see how we tackle even lower water levels.
And a great big thank you to Mark, Kevin and Donna for the chips this week. We really appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Sandra, for your lovely comment, and for more Boat Time, follow us on our socials at Boat Time UK.